happening, people? So today I'm going to be doing a how to fight video on Vaseraga. So this video is just going to cover the very basics that I said before, nothing too technical, just so people can pick it up straight away and know what to do. So I hope this helps anyone. If it does, don't forget to like and subscribe, put your comments down below, let's get into it. Okay, so Vaseraga is your typical heavy hitting, slow character, similar to like a tank, right? As you can see, his movement speed is pretty slow, right? So unless they're like directly running at you and stuff like that, there's nothing to be worried about. Your general game plan in general should just be to kind of zone him out, don't let him get in, and like throw fireballs, etc. But obviously I wish it could be that simple, but it's not. There's a lot to watch out with this character. So first of all, I want to talk about his unique ability, which is this. So this actually gives him armor and a stack when he uses certain moves. So he's got a Barge, right? Now this Barge, I believe on block he's actually plus, so we can test it now. Like that. So that's the light version. Right, so here we go. Let's try the medium. There we go. So that's chargeable. Alright, so that guard crushes. It's your turn for some reason, but I'm not sure why. But that does guard crush, so that's something to watch out for. The EX version though, the EX version of it does actually, there you go. So it's 2 hits and it knocks you down. So these are all things to watch out for. You can't necessarily punish him for it because it's safe. But it's just something to keep in mind, that if you do block it, you will potentially be holding a mix-up, so I wouldn't recommend you blocking these. So what I would suggest you to do, for example, if you can react to the Barge, like that, you can actually spot dodge on certain instances. So the light, then you can, like, if you're fast enough, you can actually get a bit of damage in, but it is tricky to deal with. I'm not gonna say like 10 out of 10 you're always gonna be reacting to this, because he has ways of making you actually block it so he can get in. So as I was saying, like that, yeah. So it is quite difficult to deal with some of his kit, right? So let's go. There you go. So that's an example there. So the EX version of it does have armor, so it's a bit tricky to get in. So I wouldn't recommend you, like, if you can react to it, don't try and like challenge it at all, because you will just end up getting clapped like that. And it says punish. He gets a hard knockdown, then he can get in your face, and then the corner pressure starts. And that's where I believe Vaseraga, especially him, because of his damage output, you don't want to be in the corner against this character, because he will literally just blow you up. So if you can, do your best to kind of just like evade the light and medium versions of the Barge, and then punish him back. So I can show you an example of what I would do, particularly in a match. So if I can react to it, right, I could then do something like this, knowing that he's with and he's got recovery frames, and then I could potentially punish him back. So it's just something to watch out. Obviously you've got to tailor this to your specific character, but it's just something to know. Next thing I want to talk about is this fireball. So this is this. Now, I think he's actually got a pretty decent fireball, and they actually, yeah, it challenges every other normal fireball. It's quite fast. It's faster than Percival's, I believe. The startup, yeah, like that. And then the EX, I'm not. You can check now if it's 3 hits. Like, doesn't go full screen, similar to Percival's. Yeah, so his EX is actually just 1 hit, so you can challenge it with other EX fireballs. So if you're playing a character like Lancelot, Gran, Catalina, even Percival, you can just throw out your EX, and in most instances it should just beat it and go straight through. So here's an example. Oh, my bad. Sorry, I don't really play this character, so I'm kind of trying to get his inputs right. There we go. Cool. See? Went straight through, and then it hit him, and then it's your turn to get in. So if you're playing like Matera and Fairy as well, so for Matera I know she can just continue to zone him out, there's nothing he can really do about it. So that's just something to note. The next ability I want to talk about is his like golem stance. That's what I want to call it. That's what I want to call it. But I know that's not the name for it. So here, Savage Rampage, right? So the Savage Rampage, he has different variations to it, right? So here we go. That's where he starts walking towards you. Each step does damage. He has a low alternation of it, high, and then another high, which he kind of like scrapes down. I believe the EX version actually makes you bounce. And then that's the unique version, right? So some of these actually do guard crush, but when he goes into stance, especially if he's got armor like this, right, and he walks towards you, the problem with this is that even though you can react to it and press buttons, you will just end up getting hit. So I wouldn't recommend you trying to challenge this too much. What I've actually found you can do is this. So if you actually block, you can actually grab him out of it. So you don't actually have to just stand there and just take the whole, all of that pressure for no reason. So you can actually grab him rather than just standing there blocking or trying to challenge it with buttons. Because sometimes you will just end up losing. Because I've even tried like DPing in matches and stuff. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like that. And then they'll turn around and just clap you. So it's just something to be careful of. And then finally, the bit I want to talk about is his command grab, which is this button here. So what you'll see is that they can actually run up to you like this and then cancel into the command grab, right? So that's why I suggest like not trying to challenge it, because either way you're going to be eating a mix up of a high-low and then a command grab as well. So it's kind of difficult to gauge what they're going to do, and especially if he's got armor like this, right? So let's show you an example. So you can mash him out, but let's say you got hit one time, it can change into that, which is the overhead bit, or we can just command grab you. So I'd rather, it's kind of like, in a sense, flip the coin and like pick what you want to get. So in most instances, as I said, try and block like the first two steps, go for a grab, block the first step if you can, grab him, or in some instances, if he just does the regular charge like this, right? You can, and if he's got no charges, you can just sweep him out of it. Obviously you can still hit him like that, but I'd rather go for like a sweep into a hard knockdown if you can confirm it. So just so you don't have to constantly deal with that pressure. Now his supers, right, which is this, it's actually full screen. Oh, sorry, let me record that again. It's almost full screen, it's like mid screen, right? So if I, like that, you can still hit him with it, but it does go through fireballs, right? So you'll see a couple Vaseraga players do this from time to time, if they time it right. And then there's also his Sky Bundle, which is this move here. So this is like an upward strike. Now with this move, you can spot dodge it like that, and then you can punish him, or you can just evade forward. Oh no, you can't, sorry. Might be a timing thing. There we go. No, you can't actually. My apologies. So yeah, just spot dodge his Sky Bomber. The other super you can evade through or do both options, but for that, yeah, I would not recommend you trying to don't try and evade that. Just spot dodge it if you can do it on reaction. Okay, cool. So yeah, I hope this video has helped anyone with certain things that they may be struggling with Vaseraga. It's just been, as I said, quick tips for how to fight him, what to keep in mind, kind of like zone him out. Don't let him get in too much, and then if he goes into stance where he's doing the Stampede Rampage thing, try and sweep him, just get a hit in if he's got no armor, and just be very careful, because if he does get in, gets a counter, you try and jump in, he anti-airs you, it's not going to be good, because once he gets in, it's a wrap. Like, it doesn't matter which character you're playing, it doesn't matter once Vaseraga gets his hands on you, it's over. So just be very careful of how you handle fighting this character. So yeah, this is his Kanza. I hope this has been very good. Hope this has helped you in any way. Don't forget to leave a like and post your comments down below and subscribe. And yeah, peace.